Hi guys, welcome to Closest Mathematics class. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. In today's class we're talking about matrix. Now before we go into calculations, I know many of you want to say calculations and no. We have to understand the definition of a matrix. So what is a matrix? You say that a matrix is a what? Is a rectangular array. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers in parentheses. Are you seeing that now? In what? In parentheses. This is what we call parentheses. This bracket is all called parentheses. Are you seeing that now? So then say each entry being in rows and colon. Are you seeing that? This is the definition of a matrix. So you can see that a matrix is the rectangular array of numbers in rows and colon. So this is what we call parentheses. This bracket that you know is what we call parentheses, or in a square bracket. This is a square bracket. I get what I'm saying now. So that is the first thing you need to know about matrix. I get what I'm saying. So now we are going to take it further now. So taking it further, if you have to take it further, we have some things that we must know. I get what I'm saying now. There are certain things that we must know. And what are those things? These are some of the things that we should know that I've bring out here. So the first thing is the order. There is something called order. Now, how do you know the order of a matrix? Now, if you have a matrix M equal to A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. Are you seeing that now? This is always the rule. Look at it now. This is the rule. Are you seeing this? This is the rule. So this is row 1. This is what? Row 2. And this is what? Row 3. So this is row 1, row 2, row what? 3. Are you seeing that now? Row 3. So the rows are always in the what? In the horizontal form. Are you seeing that? And then the columns are like this. So this is column 1, column 2, column 3. I get what I'm saying now. So that is column 1, column 2, column 3. So this type of matrix is what? Is a 3 by 3 matrix. This is a what? 3 by 3 matrix. And how do you pronounce a matrix? In order to pronounce a matrix, you say the what? The row first before the column. You do what? You say the row first before the column. And a matrix is what? A matrix is generally in the form AIJ. A what? AIJ. The I is the what? Is the row. The J is the what? Is the column. Are you seeing that? So when you see something like A11, like this A11 that you are seeing here now, A11 means row 1, column 1. So A12, you already know what that will be. A12 will be what? Row 1, column 2. That's why you can see A12. Look at this A12 is in what? Row 1, but under what? Column 2. Are you seeing that now? What will be A32? A32 will be what? It means this element belongs to what? Row 3. Are you seeing that? Row 3, column what? Column 2. Are you seeing that now? So that is another thing that you need to know under it first. So what if I have something like A 3 3? That would be what? Row 3 column what? 3. That's why you can see it here. It's under what? Row 3 and in column 3. Do you see that now? So that is another thing that you must know about matrices. Are you following that now? All right. So now, if you look at other thing that we have under matrix, so look at this matrix. Don't forget I said that you call the number of row first before the number of what? Of column. I get what I'm saying. You always mention the number of row first before the number of column. So if you look at this type of matrix now, this matrix A, now, what can you say about this matrix A? Because how many rows are here? Row 1, row 2. So you say A is what? A is a 2 by. Are you seeing that now? A is a what? 2 by. When you see this sign, that is how we denote matrices. Are you seeing that now? That's how we denote matrices. You say that A is what? 2 by. Are you seeing that now? 2 by what? How many column? Column 1, column 2. Are you seeing that now? Column 2. So A is a 2 by 2 matrix. Do you understand now? So if you want to pronounce a matrix, it is always in the form M by N. M is the number of row. N is the number of what? Column. So you say this one, this multiplication sign means by. I get what I'm saying now. By. So M by N matrix. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Are you following that now? All right. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. All right. So I want to clean this so that we can now proceed. Are we together? Now I want to look at types of matrix. So if you want to look at the types of matrix, there are a few things that we must be conscious about. There are a few things that we must be conscious about. Now the first thing is what we call the role matrix. We have what we call a role matrix. So now what is a role matrix? I hope you are writing down. A role matrix is a matrix with only one row and several columns. A role matrix is a matrix with a with a single row and several columns. Single row and several columns. A role matrix is is a matrix with with a single row and several columns. So for row matrix, single row and several columns. Single row and several column. Are you seeing that now? So you can see this example that we have here. Look at this example now. How many rows is this? One row. So this is what? 1 by. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. So this is a what? A 1 by 3 matrix. I get what I'm saying now. 1 by 3 matrix. So another thing, if you want to represent this now, you can say that what? A row matrix. You can see that a row matrix is a what? Is a 1 by n matrix. That means it only consists of what? Only one row, but it may have several columns. Are you seeing that now? Only one row, but may what? Have several columns. Are you seeing that now? So that is another thing. Now number 2 is what we call column matrix. Column matrix. Now the same way we have row matrix is the same way we have the column matrix. Now look at it. If we say row matrix means single row, we say row matrix here. Row matrix means what? Single row and what? Several column, right? I think put row there. This is single row and several column. Single row and several what? Column. I get what I'm saying. So what would be a column matrix? It will just be the reverse of this one. So that means single column and several rows. Single column and what? Several rows. Are you seeing that now? So that is for column matrix. So that means we can say, like, maybe we have B like this, which is equal to, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you seeing that now? You can see it consists of what? How many column? How many column? Are you seeing that now? Column 1. Sorry. Yes. Are you seeing that now? This is a column matrix because it consists of only one column. You can see row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So this is a what? 4 by 1 matrix, because it consists of what? How many row? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, but only one column. Are you seeing that now? Only one column. So that is another thing that you must. I'm talking about things that you must know first about matrices, so that by the time we start looking at other things, you can flow. So how will you represent a column matrix? You can say a column matrix is a what? Is a what? M by 1 matrix. Now M by 1 matrix. That means, I hope you are noting that this is for what? Column matrix. This is for what? Row matrix. Column matrix is M by 1. Row is what? 1 by what? And that is for row, one single column, several rows. For column, single column, several rows. Are you seeing that now? So you should note that. All right. Now another type of matrix we have is what we call a square matrix. A square matrix. This is one of the most popular type of matrix. A square matrix. What do we call a square matrix? A square matrix, a square matrix is a matrix with same number of rows and column. A square matrix is a matrix. Let me dictate it for you. A square matrix is a matrix with equal row and column. A square matrix is a matrix with what? With equal what? Row and what? Column. So I hope you've written that a square matrix is a matrix with what? Equal what? Number of what? Rows and column. I get what I'm saying now. So that means it is of what? It is a matrix of what? M by M matrix. A matrix of what? M by what? M matrix. I get what I'm saying now. That means the number of rows is equal to the number of columns. Like for example, if I have matrix A is equal to 1, 2, 0, 4. Are you seeing that now? What type of matrix is this? This is a 2 by 2 matrix. Why? Because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. Now look at it now. Let's say I have matrix B equal to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Are you seeing that now? Look at this matrix. What type of matrix is this? 3 row. Row 1, row 1, row 2, row 3. By column 1, column 2, column 3. Are you seeing that now? So because it is the number of rows is equal to the what? To the number of column. You see that what? It is a square matrix. Are you following what I'm saying now? You see that it is a what? It is a square matrix because the number of rows is equal to the what? To the number of column. Are you getting what I'm saying? You see that it is a what? It is a square matrix. Are you following that now? The number 4, we have what we call identity matrix. Identity matrix. Today I'm dealing with introduction. Identity matrix. So what do we call an identity matrix? An identity matrix, I hope you are writing. An identity matrix is a square matrix. Are you seeing that now? An identity matrix is a what? Is a square matrix. That means the first condition before we look at identity means it must first be a what? A square matrix whose I hope you are writing, whose entries are all zeros. Are you seeing that now? Whose entries are all what? 0, except whose entries are all 0 apart from the main diagonal. Apart from the main diagonal. Are you seeing that now? Apart from the main diagonal where they will be 1, where they all equal ones. Are you seeing that? I'm just trying to give this definition in the way you understand. So we said is an identity. It is a what? It is a square matrix whose entry are all 0 apart from the main diagonal. Now let me explain this diagonal thing. Don't forget we said that what? A matrix is a rectangular array. Are you seeing that now? A matrix is a what? Is a rectangular array of numbers. Alright. So in a rectangle like this, a rectangle have 2 diagonal. A rectangle has how many diagonal? 2 diagonal. Are you seeing that now? So it has a diagonal like this, another diagonal like this. This one that looks here is what we call the main diagonal. The one that slope from the top of left to right is what we call the main diagonal, and then you call this anti-diagonal. We call this one anti-diagonal. So we don't really work with this anti-diagonal. We are working with what? Main diagonal. So if you look at the definition of the words of an identity matrix, so if I want to write identity matrix of 2 by 2, identity matrix of 2 by 2, identity is denoted by what? Letter I, capital letter I. I get what I'm saying? So if I want to write the identity matrix of 2 by 2, it will be what? Look at it. 1 0 0 1. Can you see that everything here is 0 except the leading diagonal? Can you see that now? So that is what we are saying. What if I want to write identity of what? Of 3 by 3? And you see, you must know this one. Identity of 3 by 3 will be what? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Can you see now that every other thing here are zeros except on the leading diagonal? Can you see that now? So that is what we are trying to explain to you there first. Are you following now? That is what we are trying to explain first. All right. So now the last type here is what we call zero matrix. Zero matrix. Are you seeing that now? What do we call zero matrix? From the definition, zero matrix. Are you getting what I'm saying? A zero matrix is any matrix whose all elements are what? Are 0. A 0 matrix is a matrix whose elements are all 0. So for example, if I have A of, let's say, 3 by 3 matrix, 3 by 3 matrix, this one, it doesn't have to be a square matrix. So if it is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, this is a what? This is an example of what? 0 matrix. Are you seeing that now? Or let's say I have B. If I have B and I have something like 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Are you seeing this now? So let me ask, what type of matrix is this? You can pause the video and think, what type of matrix do you think this is? Look at it. How many rows do we have? Row 1, row 2, row 3. So this is 3 by column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. So this is a 3 by 4 matrix. Are you seeing that now? 3 by 4 matrix. Alright, so I hope you understand everything that I have discussed here. Alright, don't forget I started with the word, with the definition of the word of a matrix, and I told you that a matrix is the what? Is the rectangular array of numbers in what? In parentheses, each entry being in what? Rows and column. And I told you that we represent this as, this is the number of rows are horizontal, right? Rows are horizontal, and then what's it called? Rows are horizontal and the columns are the what? Vertical. Are you seeing that now? And when you are pronouncing, when you want to call the order of a matrix, you need to say the row first before the column. So for example, if I say A is equal to 5 by 2, that means 5 rows and how many column? 2 column. All right, so that is another thing that you must note about that. And then we go to defining the types of matrix. We said the first type of matrix is what? Is a row matrix. After a row matrix, we have the what? The column matrix. After column matrix, we have the square matrix. After the square matrix, we have the identity matrix, and after identity matrix, we have the what? The zero matrix. So these are few types of matrix that you should know. All right, so in my next video I'll be talking about the what's it called? I'll be talking about like the algebras of matrix. I get something. In my next class I'll be talking about the algebras of matrix, where we'll be talking about the addition, subtraction, and the multiplication of what? Of matrix. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. All right, thank you.